Welcome to the second installment of Matt's Minute. Today's focus is on cognitive engagement strategies. Our knee indicator 1.2 discusses the ability to cognitively engage students in the subject matter. You can see on the rubric there are a variety of look-fors on the right, but we're focusing on the amount of students that are engaged or the amount of time that students are cognitively engaged. This particular slide talks about a typical class or the types of students that could be in our classrooms. You'll see that there are actively disengaged students, passively disengaged students, those students who are trying to listen and keep up, but they're only hearing a portion of what is being said, those students who are listening but are afraid to ask for clarification, those students who are confident, calm, and are keeping up with what we're doing in the classroom, and then those students who already know. So when you think of a classroom and all these different types of students, what are some ways that we can cognitively engage all of our students in the content matter? This quote by Alfie Cohen I think is a powerful one, and it rings true with me right now. I think of my grad class, one of my grad classes, and I am not cognitively engaged. It's a 2.5 hour class every Wednesday, and about 45 minutes into class, I am pretty much checked out. I don't know, I don't think it's me, or at least I hope it's not me. I think it's more the fact that the material and the way that the class is run is just not cognitively engaging. And maybe the problem is not the learner, but it's what we're doing to keep the learner engaged. This summer I read a book by Dave Burgess called Teach Like a Pirate. And PIRATE is an acronym that stands for passion, immersion, rapport, ask and analyze, transformation, and enthusiasm. If you haven't read this book, I think it's a fantastic book. It's a short read, but there's a lot of takeaways, a lot of very applicable strategies that you can use in the classroom. And I'm going to highlight some of these for you here in a minute. One of the way that the book is set up, the beginning they talk about all 6 aspects of what it means to be a pirate, and then the last part, the second part of the book, talks about his hooks. And I want to share some of these hooks with you because as I think back on my own teaching, I realized that there were probably certain strategies that I fell back on a more regular basis. And some of them were good, but there were other ways that I could have cognitively engaged my students. And knowing some of these strategies might have helped me reach some more students. So I want to share a few of the hooks with you. The first hook that Mr. Burgess talks about is the kinesthetic hook. He also talks about using students as props or taking students outside the classroom as a hook. There's the Picasso hook or the Mozart hook, integrating the arts. There's the real world application hook and the student directed hook. How can we provide that autonomy and choice? There's the board message hook. What am I writing on the board? And then the costume hook. Who doesn't love to dress up in costumes? There's the involved audience hook and the mystery bag hook. There's the teaser hook and the Mission Impossible hook. There's the Techno Whiz hook and the contest hook. I know I went through those slides really quickly, but the link here at the bottom will go into more in depth of those particular hooks as well as expose you to a variety of other hooks. This slide right here shows all the different hooks that are represented in the book, Teach Like a Pirate. If you'd like to borrow a copy of my book, I'd be happy to share it. It's a fantastic read. Like I said, it's a quick read, and I think you'll enjoy his style of writing. Finally, here's another nugget to ponder. This particular slide talks about the average retention rate in learning and based upon different modalities. You can see the lecture has a very small retention rate, whereas if you have the ability to teach others, it's a much higher retention rate. So using this information, the cone of learning, and all the different hooks that I outlined earlier, as well as the different types of students, the actively disengaged, the passively disengaged, the listening and trying to keep up, the I'm getting it student, the student who already knows it. What ways can we enhance our lessons to cognitively engage students? I look forward to seeing all of these different strategies, as well as the things you're already doing in the classroom over our next few months visiting. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day.